Welcome to the Wachendorf Projektor Tool training. Today we will learn about using languages in your project, which means that you can offer the user your interface in different languages. The first thing we look at is defining languages. For this we go into the project properties. You can go this way or this way, and then to the tab languages. There it is. You can see that some languages are already defined. You can delete those if you want and create your own completely. It is up to you. And you can also add new ones. So for example, what do we have? Don't we have here? Let's say we want to add the French language, so we will write a two-letter code here and the language name. A description is not really necessary. Everybody should know what this means, and it's only within the Projektor tool anyway, so this is not seen in the project. Then you click Add and you have another language. Every language that you create gets an index. This is very important. Because this is how we will later switch the languages. Okay, so what's next? I have prepared a string field here. To enable this string field for having different languages, we need to set the dependency of this object to language. So now this object is dependent on the language settings. Okay, so what does this change? For a string field, the written text is set in the preview value. Instead of being able to write anything here, now you see I have a button, and you see that I now have not one but 6 preview values for the string field. And for every one I can write no, it's okay. Like this. I will leave the other languages because I'm not fluent in them. Okay, so now you see the preview text changed to the English one, and that's because in our toolbar here we have like a preview setting for the languages, and the default language for the project is always English. So if I click here and change this to German, you will see that the text is German, and you will also see that the string field is not configured long enough. Let me repair this quickly. Okay, so this is how you create objects that have different values for different languages. Of course, it's a little bit strenuous to go through your whole project and change every preview value for every language yourself, especially if you don't know the language. This can be rather tough. So let me show you. I will make a copy of this text, and I will change the English text, and now I will remove the German one. I will write the default text back in there. Okay, so the situation right now is this. This one is good. Here there's nothing for German. So now you have a project filled with string fields with different text that you want to change to another language. To do this easily, we have this button. Here you can export your text into a CSV file, which is a basic table layout. You can open it with Excel or OpenOffice or something like that, but you can also edit it directly with a text editor. So what you do is you give a source language, in our case English, and the target language is German. Now I export this. I'm gonna put it just in the documents. I will call it like this. Okay, now it has been exported, and we should be able to see it right here. If I double click, it will open here in Excel, and you see you have a table here with the object ID, the name of the object, the property that I can change. In this case, as I said, it's the preview value. We have the source language, the target language, the length of the object is also written here, and these are the important columns, the default text and the translated text. So now I can give such a file to a translator, and he will use the default text and translate it into the source language that you need. So I will do it again. That's it. Now, I can also edit this file with Notepad++, then it looks like this. You still see the table structure. The delimiter is the semicolon. So here you have the headlines, and then here you have the content. So instead of using an Office program, you can also just write the target text after this semicolon. Okay, now we're back in the Projektor tool. Our translator has translated the hundreds of texts, and now we go back to the CSV file. We make a preview. We see, yes, this looks very good, and we click on import. Now I'm asked if I want to override an existing preview value, because for the first string field I already put in a German text. I'm gonna override this, and that's it. Now, no, one more thing. I can preview this here, and you will see, once again too short, you can see that it works already, but how does it work in the project? There is a variable called settings language enum for enumeration, and this is the variable that is responsible for changing the language in the project. I will reference this with the numeric field here and make it editable like this, and then I will save my project and simulate to show how it works. Okay, here we have the default language, it's English, and now when I change this variable to 1, I will see the German text. So with one change of a variable, you can change the language over your complete project. If I go to the others, if I go higher, it will just show the default text, because we haven't added any text for Chinese and French and Spanish and so on. You can put this variable into a CAN mapping, so you can change the language externally if your ECU is the master of that. Or you can also create like a menu, for example, with buttons where you have the different flags for the languages, and then the user presses on the button, and on the button press you use the press event, for example, and you change the value of that variable. And this way you have a complete multinational, multi-language project.